Alright, let's talk. Would I ever start an OnlyFans? Now honestly, it's something that I have been thinking about quite a lot recently, and I want to be completely honest with you guys, so let's get straight into it. Why did the idea even cross my mind? So I've been on YouTube now for about 2 years, and when I started this journey, I was known as Trucker Brandon. I was recording videos in my lorry, going around the UK, doing deliveries, and just bringing education to the haulage industry. Whilst I was producing that content, I quite often got approached by guys in DMs and a few in person, basically saying, would I ever consider doing OnlyFans content? And back then, I wasn't really sure. But it did start setting off light bulbs in my head on, could I actually make money from this? Like, could I make more money than I'm earning now in a full-time job? And ever since then, I've been considering it. Now, obviously, I know 50% of those people are like being dead serious about me potentially starting one, and I know the other 50% are just joking around. But the people that actually wanted it outweighed the people that didn't want it, so I'm like, sister, if I can make a buck, I'm gonna make a buck, darling, okay?
So good for you, girl. Go on.
Another reason is side income. Like, even if this is not my full-time job doing OnlyFans and I was in employment, as long as I made an alias and my name wasn't known, could I actually do this and make side income? More money as the cost of living is skyrocketing. That's another reason. Obviously, I see a lot of these influencers that have started doing OnlyFans and they're making it big, they're financially free, they're not working a 9 to 5 and they are enjoying their life. They don't have to worry about going to a supermarket and picking something up for a price. They just walk in, get where they want and go. Go on nice holidays, have nice cars and bought a house outright. And I kind of feel trapped in a 9 to 5. I feel like this is all I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And in my opinion, life is way too short not to do something that you want to do, essentially, right? I would much rather buy a house, buy a car, be financially free and live my life. So that's another reason why I'm potentially looking at doing it. I also think my personality is a fantastic fit for something like OnlyFans because on there I can be my true, authentic self and not really have to watch what I'm saying. On platforms like YouTube, you have to watch what you say, and it's rightly so. It is a PG app. There could be children watching your videos, there could be old people watching your videos. It's a diverse platform, so you can't just stick whatever you want out here on this platform, which I respect. Whereas on OnlyFans, I can do that. I can be me. That's another reason why I'm kind of thinking about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, babe.
And finally, curiosity. What happens if I start it and I actually am a success and I actually make loads of money where I can leave my full-time employment, be financially free, save and buy a house at a young age, buy a nice car, and at the same time bring good content that people want to see? It's really a no-brainer. What could hold me back from this? So what could potentially hold me back is the fear of people taking screenshots, screen recording, leaking content, and then my face is out there in kind of not a bad light because it's your natural self, do you know what I mean? But you're out there, like there's no going back when you're out there. So that's one thing that really puts me off. The second thing that puts me off is if my friends or family are scrolling through the internet and randomly come upon my page. That's another thing that's like, if the content gets leaked, screen recorded, and ends up on Google, then my family could eventually stumble upon that, and it's not really something that I would want as such. So if I was going to consider this, I would need to be aware of that. Thinking of future job opportunities. If you were to get, leaked or screen recorded and your picture was to end up on Google, how is that affecting your job opportunities going forward? Now, I know the whole point of starting an OnlyFans is to eventually work away from working a 9 to 5 and being self-employed, essentially. But in the meantime, whilst you are still building your brand, you still need to have that income coming in. So you also need to think about your future job opportunities. For example, if you're in employment now and that employment's not for you and you don't like it and you want to seek new employment, how is this going to affect that? If you go into an interview and they look and are like, oh, all right, I've seen you on Google. You look stunning, by the way, darling, but I can't employ you because you're drop dead gorgeous and I've seen you on the net. Bye-bye. No, that would it's a risk that you'd have to be willing to take, essentially. Protecting my YouTube brand. I'm obviously working very hard right now to be consistent on YouTube and build my YouTube brand. I wouldn't want to be judged if I was to start an OnlyFans. I don't want to tarnish my reputation here on YouTube that I'm building. The channel's starting to become successful. We've gained 200 subscribers in 6 days. We've only just relaunched the channel. We are growing insanely. So I kind of want to protect that brand as well. This half want the content and are serious about the content. This half are joking. So you've got to think of figures in your head on how many subscribers am I realistically going to get if I was to start an OnlyFans. And that is something that is quite challenging. We need to make sure that you do your calculations so if something was to go wrong in your life, you could still support yourself. So you would need sort of a rough number of people who would be interested. What I would actually post on OnlyFans if I was to do it? Well, I would be posting spicy content. I'm not going to beat around the bush, excuse the pun. Spicy content is a way of freedom for me. It's a way of expressing yourself. It's a way of showing what God gave you, essentially. I wouldn't be holding back like I do on YouTube. OnlyFans is a place where I can be my true, authentic self, like I said earlier on in the video, and it is a place where the spice of life comes to light, darling.
Hi, sisters!
And yeah, I know what people would want to see from me on there, and I deliver it. So types of things as well would be behind the scenes of videos or in my life, spicy content, spicy chats, and requests essentially is what I'd kind of focus on if I was to take it seriously and actually do it. Would people even subscribe? This part I don't know. Am I attractive enough? Am I experienced enough? Would people actually want to pay to see me? The list goes on, so I would need to make sure that there'd be some form of fan base there before I'd be willing to commit to, going on OnlyFans. The positive sides, if I was to do it. I feel like I would have a lot of creative freedom where I wouldn't have to tread over eggshells and I could just post the full authentic me. Potentially could be making more income than I am right now. I could be exploring new audiences and have a new fan base from this side of content. I also get to control the vibe of my videos and I get to chat to all you guys that would subscribe to it. So the reality of starting OnlyFans. Consistency is going to be key. You have to be on there pretty much all the time because you're going to have to respond to all the private messages that you get and the requests that you get also. It's going to become part of your identity as it's like setting up a new business. People are paying to see you and your brand. You've got to deliver on that. You can't just go, oh, I'll send that to you later. You've got to deliver on it. It becomes like a proper job and it can be mentally draining and you've got to mentally prepare yourself for it. You must also have a thick skin as people are going to talk. I mean, if you look at likes of Bonnie Blue going around the UK right now, people talk about that.
Moist.
Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go down that route if I was to even consider this. Far from it. But just think of the amount of people that would talk behind your back about it. So where do I stand right now? I'm not going to rule it out as it's something that I have thought strong and hard about. But if I do decide that I want to, explore the spicy content, you guys will be the first to know. And of course, that means potentially in the future, there might be one. But again, I'm not sitting there saying there's 100% going to be one. I'm just saying that in the future, there might be one. And I've said the reasons and why I would potentially consider doing one in this video.
You being a bitch is gonna help?
So would you guys support it? Should I do this? Would this be a good or would it be a bad move for me? I'd be interested to know what your opinion is below this video. So for now, I'm thinking about it. It's not a yes and it's not a no. But if I do decide to do it, you'll be the first to know. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video around, and comment below if you would support it. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the next one with my doggy, with T-Rex. I'll see you in the next one.